Welcome to the Foundation. This is Swaythoven. This is going to be a quick video just talking about like this side and mid frequency stuff when it comes to like an equalizer, because I'm learning it. So why don't you learn it too as well? So basically I have a harp melody here, and this bell raises like the frequency. All right. Now what I did is like it's on stereo, which means it's not on like mono anymore, and it should be playing through both my speaker monitors. But just for the for you guys' knowledge, my left speaker is a little, I think, might be closer to this microphone than my right speaker. Alright, so it's just when you hear the changes in what I'm about to show you, like it's not going to sound as extreme as it should be, but you should hear something faint. Alright, so right now it's playing through stereo. This effect, this bell right here is playing through stereo. Alright, which means you can hear it through both of the speakers. And you can probably get where I'm getting at too. You got stuff on that one. Now if I were to switch it to the right, you would hear this bell effect more on the right side, alright, and less of the left side. But I believe that you're still going to hear, of course, everything put in there, but the effect itself should be put to the right, I believe. I have something on my speaker, so that's why it's rattling. Now I'm going to switch it to the left. Switch it back to stereo. So you probably heard those differences, hopefully, and it might have not have sounded like too far to the left or too far to the right because of just how, I don't have like a headset on or anything like that, or what I'm saying, and my speakers are just right next to the microphone. But there is that difference. Now, when it comes to using Fab Filter Q3, at least, like there's a sidechain thing. So I'd imagine is that like if you were to mix some signals together, like a vocal and like this harp, all right, I believe you're gonna have to put the, like, if I had a, like I have a flute here, all right, so if it's already, I don't even know anymore. So the flute also has a Q3 on it too somehow, automatically, I guess. Now if I were to go into the flute Q3, maybe, even though it's using the same thing, which is kind of wild, I don't want to ruin it, but I know you can go here and what the heck. Alright, well, you can label this one flute. That should be the flute. You can label this one harp. And I believe you can sidechain the flute to this harp, I suppose. But since I'm doing way more than I tried to practice before this video, I'm gonna start getting into things that I do not know about. So there you go. So we're actually not gonna give up. All right, this is something that I learned when I like first started like making beats. All right, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time because like you just. But it's a good thing I have a good memory somewhat. So down there is like an analyzer for like the both flute and the harp, because I have like Pro Q3 on both of these. Okay, and I named this one harp, named the flute. All right. Now what I did down here in the mixers, I assigned them to an instrument track. I then sidechained the flute to the harp. You could have probably sidechained the harp to the flute. Probably doesn't matter. It might matter, okay? But just so you guys understand that like this at least has a analyzer, and I believe you can get this for like a trial, by the way. So it's just like, I want you to understand, if you go back into the video, what you did not see on the harp side was both the harp waveform and the flute waveform. So let's look at that. Look at that, you see? So that red line inside of the harp equalizer is actually the waveform for the flute in the flute equalizer, all right? Now that probably means, and I don't think anything's really conflicting, but I suppose if we were to look at the eternal spectrum, you kind of see in the red right here, like where things are conflicting. I don't think there's really much conflict with the harp and the flute, but there might be. Maybe we can like turn this down where the flute's actually. Of course we turn the flute down, you know what I'm saying? And like like what I'm looking at is this red line over here, this little bell that's appearing. Like that's probably very annoying actually. So these are, you know, because this bell up here is high, these are able to reach higher up. But if I were to turn this bell down, maybe make it a little bit wider. You see how the peaks of the red lines are going above now? So it's just, you'll be able to see, I'd imagine, how it's cutting through. And then maybe you can just like fix it. There's probably just like a lot more. But like these really aren't taking up the same frequencies, I think. Yeah, like the bulk of the harp is around 100 to like 500. And the harp is, I mean, it's in there. So it's just like, if I'm not mistaken, I can just like put a notch right there. You know, so like that has more space to like be in there, I think. And like this probably isn't anything that I can hear right now, but I can at least visualize it. So hopefully like later up on the mix, it's like fine, right? It allows me to see how everything's being equalized together. So I can add like a guitar, and I can see how the guitar would be pairing up to like the flute and the harp and all that good stuff.